A Barcelona star has been injured and is out for the season. Stay tuned to find out who. So today we wrap up Season 2, tons of action coming, but it all starts here, the Copa de España quarterfinals, where Barcelona run rampant. Sergi scores a hat-trick in the first half. This kid is absolutely dominating once again this season. And then our other striker option, Mario Balotelli, who just signed at the end of January, makes his debut as a substitute here. High press, wins the ball back, and feeds the beast Adama Traore. That makes it 4-1, and that sees us go through to the semifinals. Atletico Madrid, some serious competition with them over the last couple weeks and months, but this time they get the better of us early on with a goal. And clotheslining poor Ansu Fati, knocking him to the floor, and he goes off injured with a shoulder problem. Hopefully that's not too serious, but we have bigger problems in this game. Atletico Madrid pull two in front, and with things not looking great, we throw a second striker up top. It's Mario Balotelli, and his first contribution will be a yellow card. We know what we're getting with Balotelli. He's a little crazy at times, but guess what? His second contribution is a goal. Lovely strike there from the man who comes on and makes an impact. Not bad at all, an assist and a goal in his first two appearances. And then with the game winding down, it's Adama Traore off the counter-attack here from an Atletico corner. He sprints the entire length of the pitch and does it all alone. This guy gets better with every passing game. What a signing, 2-2. And it's all going to come down to the second leg against Atletico Madrid. Fortunately, Ansu Fati only going to be out for 5 days with that injury, and by the time for our next game rolls up here, it's back to the Europa League knockout rounds, and Ansu Fati wants to start. Who are we to say no? So it's Lokomotiv Moscow in the preliminary round of the knockout stages here. And once again, Barcelona up and running. It is Adama Traore who scores again. His end product has seriously stepped up here late in the season, but Lokomotiv Moscow really giving us a tough time. 2 goals in rapid succession, and as we enter the second half here, we just about get ourselves back on level terms. But this has not been an easy game by any stretch, and going into the second leg with an aggregate of 2-2, our hopes of moving on to the next round definitely a little bit in jeopardy here, but it's a much better performance from the team this time out, and we just again cannot go without talking about Adama Traore. He's becoming a world-class player at this point. Now that the goals and assists are coming in, that's the one thing and the one complaint people have had against him over his career. And now that he's finding them for us, he's unstoppable. He has it all. He's scoring goals, and just like that, 2 fairly easy tap-ins, I guess, in the end, but we'll take it. Numbers are numbers, and with a 3-0 win, we are going to the next round of this competition as well. We are competing on all fronts. Real Betis next up in the league, but check it out, they are also our next opponents in the Europa League. So we're going to be able to use this game against them in the league to understand their strengths and weaknesses and really plan for the more important knockout stages of the Europa League. And if there's one thing I can take away from this game, it is that they press really high up the pitch. 7 players in our final third. And although we're not able to score in this game necessarily, there are a couple really suspect calls. That should have been a red. Alba, last man tackle on the back of his Achilles, but with a lot of rotation in the squad, we couldn't find the back of the net. So it's 0-0, but I think we have a really good understanding of how to beat Real Betis next time around. And speaking of what's coming up next, Atletico Madrid, the second leg of the semifinals. It is all going to come down to this. We're making some deep runs in cup competitions this season, and hopefully the team can perform in them. Sergi with a great layoff to Traore, and if his recent form is anything to go by, he will score, and he does. Well, we spent a fair bit of money this season to bring him in on a permanent transfer because he was such an important player in our team. And thank God we did, because he's been our player of the season so far, leading the league in assists. He's scoring goals. But Atletico Madrid have a secret weapon up their sleeve. Yannick Carrasco sprints past the entirety of our defense and scores the equalizing goal just like that. We are back to square one. That's hard to swallow. Really hard to see there from our back line. We are struggling still to maintain clean sheets, and it's coming back to bite us here in the late stages of the season. But it's a 3-on-3 here as Ansu Fati gets in behind, and Sergi makes it look easy off the counterattack. Fati, Sergi, Adama Traore, they're all so pacey and all have an eye for goal. And just because of that, we take a slight lead here, but Atletico Madrid, absolutely relentless, shot after shot, chance after chance. We are running out of time, or rather they are, as we cling on to our narrow lead here. And with the final cross of the game, Sanchez out there to grab it. Let's just waste a little bit of time here. We'll see this game out, and we do. We are going to the final of the Copa de España for a second consecutive year. And as reigning champions, we want to defend our title. Unbelievable performance from the team. We will have the honor of taking on Villarreal, who took down Real Betis. And speaking of Real Betis, they're probably out to prove a point now as we take them on next in the Europa League. We will have 2 legs to prove why we deserve a spot in the round of 8. All right, here we go. Spot in the quarterfinals on the line. And I know we just played them in the league. The big takeaway there was just how high and aggressively Betis press up the pitch. We're going to make the most of that. Targeting Adama Traore, trying to spring off the counterattack, and as we go into the second half here, Pedri's able to clip one through for Sergi, who opens the scoring, and we take a positive lead here in the game, and from there, it all goes according to plan. Direct play, beat the press, and there's so much space in behind. Pedri scores a second, and we look on our way to a comfortable win, and then it's even more as Adama Traore once again beats the press, plays it through, and Charlie Musonda, Mr. Europa League, scores once again. Honestly, in the second leg, we run pretty rampant. Sergi scoring a goal, aggregate 4-0, things are looking great for us. But with everything going smoothly up till now, we're dealt a huge blow. Sergi, something went wrong off the ball there, and he goes down injured and has to get subbed off. Well, no contact injuries like that never look good, and although we do see the game out to a win and we're moving on, we are definitely very concerned about our star striker. So the news coming out of that one is the draw for the quarterfinals has come out. We take on AC Milan. We took them on in preseason. They were in our group. We know them very, very well. So this ought to be an interesting matchup here late in the season. We have another chance against AC Milan. And only 1 point now separates us from Sevilla. So the league challenge is on as well. But Sergi will be out for 7 months. He tore something in his ACL with that sprint, which is a huge, huge blow to the team. He is by far still our leading goal scorer with 26. I don't know how we're going to finish this season without him. Mario Balotelli, who just signed, has been pretty solid, 4 goals in 10 appearances, but it's a lot of pressure on our new striker, and he will be leading the line for the time being. And he is up for the challenge, scores in the very next game here in the league and carries the team to a positive result. And as we go on though, concerns over Balotelli, the maturity of our striker and whether he can lead the line or not. He's been fine as a substitute, but that is reminiscent of his time at Manchester City, missing a flare finish. But there's quality in our striker. He continues starting as our league games roll on with some unbelievable finishes. A little dink over the goalkeeper, and then not to be outdone by that strike, but a composed touch in the box and a finish. He just keeps going. So concerns over Balotelli maybe overstated for the time being. Obviously, we'd love to have Sergi in the team, but for now, Balotelli leads the line well, and with a game in hand, we have the chance to slide into first place over Sevilla, who have let their massive lead slip up in the league. But before we get back to the league, it is time. Barcelona, AC Milan. What are we going to do here? Well, one thing I've noticed in big games, Busquets, his pace is really getting to us. Still a solid player when we need him, but I'm going to start Nico Gonzalez, and with goals in mind, I'm also going to start Gabriel Menino without Sergi to lead the line for us. So these are the tweaks we make. Next up, AC Milan. Well, this is a huge occasion. The rivalry between AC Milan and Barcelona has been building. They injured Araujo in pre-season. They gave us some very tough games in the group stages of the Champions League, and here we are playing them for, I think, the 4th time this season already, which is unbelievable. But very, very early on in this game, we get dealt a huge favorable call as Fikayo Tomori comes in with a nasty challenge on Balotelli. Honestly, that is deserved coming through the back of the leg like that. And now we play the entirety of this game a man up. We have to capitalize. Menino with the cross. Fati, unbelievable save from Maignan. and we are unable to get ourselves in front here, but it's not for a lack of effort. Balotelli trying his luck from distance, and as the game drags on, AC Milan defending so tight, we still have no goal. But we have a secret weapon in our arsenal as Adama Traore takes his man on, puts a ball into the box, and Menino scores. Well, that's not the first header he scored for us this season, nor is it the first goal. He has been unbelievable all year long. What a revelation. With a close 1-0 win, we take it to the second leg. It is all on the line here. But this is going to be a heck of a lot tougher, that is for sure. It's an away matchup, and AC Milan definitely going to be more up for this one. You can tell right from the off, they are definitely intent on winning this game. Chances coming in, and a beautiful goal. Again, 12 minutes into this game, we are back to square one. 1-1, the aggregate score. That is well-deserved. Beautiful run in the build-up play, and what a finish off of the half volley. Nothing Sanchez could do about that. And AC Milan running the show out here. Honestly, we're fortunate to not concede a second or even third goal here so early in the game. We are getting pounded in the first half, unable to even touch the ball as Milan send wave after wave in our direction. And as we come up towards halftime now, it is clear something's got to change, because if the game goes on like this, we are 100% going to lose. So I'm trying something else. We don't change formation too often, but I'm going to go 5 at the back. Balotelli and Traore up top. Menino can play behind them. Let's just focus on what we can do. We're not going to focus on possession because we can't have it. So forward runs, just fast build-up play. Let's see if we can hit on the counter-attack and just absorb pressure with our 5 at the back. And here is exactly what I'm talking about. Gonzalez, very direct ball for Traore. This is the game plan here in the second half, and Traore able to make the most of his opportunity, and he sends it wide. Well, the chance was not finished there by our striker, but that's exactly what we're setting out to do. And with 15 minutes left, still a lot of the ball with AC Milan, but we're defending better. And here we go with the chances. It's 3-on-3 at the back post. Jordi Alba able to cross. Menino, the chance! And he finishes. My God, what a player we have on our hands, and a big game player at that. He scored in the last leg. He scored in this one. And as things stand, we're going through. Kappa over the top for Traore. Well, could we score again and put this game to bed? Yes! Adama Traore makes it 3-1. And in a game that probably by all means we should have lost, we come out victorious. We are going to the semifinals of the Europa League, where we will be taking on Juventus. It's not going to be an easy road to the final. Honestly, a lot of big teams left in the Europa League this season, but check this out. Still 1 point off of first place, and with Atletico Madrid level on points with us, this game is probably going to decide our season. Second versus third, level on points. Whoever takes this game could be top of the league tonight, and it is absolutely a difficult game for us. Atletico Madrid get basically all of the chances. We barely have a look at goal, but we defend well. We keep a clean sheet, and at 0-0, it probably does favor us. As of now, 3 teams now level on points in first place. Sevilla played their extra game though, and with no points picked up in that, the opportunity to slide into first is still on the line. Unfortunately for us, rotation's becoming a bit of a problem. Fatigue in the squad means Balotelli is rested for this one, and we throw Adama Traore up top as a striker with no other senior strikers available. And guess what? He delivers. Unbelievable run from deep, and he scores. By far our player of the season. This guy's unreal, not only scoring, but assisting as Pedri picks up the second to get in front here late in the game. And although we do leave it to late, we do win. So just like that, we're in second. Sevilla choking up big time here late in the season, and with Atletico Madrid having pulled into first place, it's going to come down to those last 4 games. But right now, it's a cup final. We take on Villarreal. Unfortunately, with so much pressure on in the league, fatigue's still a problem. Traore did well, but he is too tired to play in this one. Maybe could have rotated a little smarter, but winning the league is still a priority, and I didn't have a better option at striker. So we make do with what we've got. It might not be our absolutely strongest team, but we gotta play with what we have. And despite all of the problems with this squad, we still have a strong team. Balotelli, couple half chances early in the game. And so far, 10 minutes in, Barcelona far and away the better side. We're creating a lot of chances, but we're dealt another blow here as Charlie Musonda, who is looking to impress in this one, goes down injured. He's struggled despite definitely playing better here at Barcelona. Couple of small injuries already, and we really hope here that it's nothing too serious. And we are dealt an even bigger blow as Jordi Alba, the unlikely suspect for an error, makes a huge mistake to set up Villarreal for pretty much a freebie goal here. And after really doing well in this game, we find ourselves chasing it, and in a final, every single strike is gonna count here. In the build-up play, we have a great opportunity with Ezalzouli cutting inside, deflected, and Menino finishes! It's gonna be off though. Oh man, in the second half, we continue trying and trying to score. We just can't find a goal. Pedri for Fati, what can he do here? Step overs, cutting it back, Menino can't quite get there. Spilled out by the goalkeeper though. Pedri with a chance, hits it off the volley, Balotelli can't get there. Well, how many chances do we need to finish? We are missing some of our players out there tonight, but Balotelli given the chance to score, saved! The follow-up cleared away. Oh man, well with 5 minutes left, we need a goal to at least take this to extra time, but off of the counter, Villarreal put the game to bed. 5 minutes remaining, not going to be enough time for us to score two. Oh, that one really hurts. We played well, but we couldn't finish. Well, how much did we miss Sergi and Traore out there tonight? Not to be too critical of the team, but the finishing definitely not good enough. And with 2 more chances at success this season on the line, we are also going to be without Charlie Musonda, who's out for a month. So no Musonda, no Sergi, and with Juventus up next, we need to make sure this team is ready for the challenge. On the bright side, Traore is back, and we need the team in tip-top shape. This is going to be a very difficult matchup for us. Juventus, Liverpool, AC Milan, a lot of big teams in the Europa League this season. We need to make sure we are one of those big teams to go through to the final. Ansu Fati on the other side with the opening chance of the game. This time, it actually is Traore. I'm so used to saying his name. Putting a cross into the box. So far, it has been all Barcelona here. We go into the second half. Juventus, a difficult defense to get through, but so far, their offense really not giving us much trouble. Although, with no team yet to score, it's all going to be set for the second leg. Balotelli still unable to put it away. And honestly, all credit to Szczesny. Their goalkeeper's been amazing. And if we want to go through in this tie, we need to find a way to get around him. Well, going into the second leg, we get our wish. Szczesny out injured going into the warm-ups for this one. Perrin will be their goalkeeper for this game. And although we don't like to see players get injured, I'm not exactly complaining with our chances here at progressing. So we continue in, honestly, being able to dominate the ball and get a lot of chances like we did last game. And hopefully the difference in goalkeeper will be just enough for us to be able to actually convert chances this time. And just like that, slipped through. Pedri, lovely passing build-up from Barcelona. 7 minutes in, we completely flipped the script. It was a hard-fought first leg, but just like that, we find our way in front here. And if the results hold like they stand now, we will be going on to the next round. But Juventus do have good attackers in this side. Mats Hummels getting caught out there, but it is some good defending in the end by the center back to prevent a chance. Araujo with another crunching challenge, and Barcelona doing their defensive duties. But eventually, Juventus do find their way through. It is Paulo Dybala. You give him enough chances and he is going to score. And although we've kept chances to a minimum for Juventus, unfortunately for us, it is not enough. So with both teams here hanging in the balance, aggregate 1-1, we are both looking for goals. Araujo just about able to see that one out. But Juventus starting to really find their footing in this game here and giving us trouble for the first time over these 2 legs. We really need a goal of our own here, but we're finding it more difficult to create chances now that they have their footing. Balotelli, though, plays it through. Pedri scores! And with 15 minutes left, that could be the most important goal over these 2 legs. What build-up play from the team, and what a pair of goals there from Pedri. Honestly, he goes a little under the radar considering I think we all know what a great player he is, but some of the other talents in the squad just steal the limelight. And now, with time winding down, we can be a little shameless here and just run the clock out. We take it to the corner flag. We do exactly that. I don't care what it takes to get to the final. We had to do it. And just like that, we get our wish. We are going to the finals of the Europa League. What a performance from the team, and what a hard-fought victory against great opposition. All right, well, here we have it. Barcelona, Liverpool. Unbelievable road to the final here. We are going to have taken on AC Milan, Juventus, and Liverpool if we want to win, but with a spot in the league still on the line as well, we need to make a big impact. 4 games left, and we need to get points in pretty much all of them. Thankfully, not too much of a problem for us. We take on a win in the first game. Gavi, unbelievable finish there in our second to hammer home a 4-0 victory over Real Sociedad. And now it comes down to Real Madrid. This is the game that will likely decide our season and if we can win the title or not. Real Madrid still in the running for top 4, but not having the best season, so we're hoping to capitalize on that. And Ansu Fati finds a goal off of a cross from Adama Traore. Another assist for our unbelievable winger. Another goal for our other unbelievable winger. But Real Madrid will definitely going to have something to say in this game. Going into the second half, Nkunku finds a goal. And a draw, honestly, is not going to be enough for us if we want to win the title this season. So with 8 minutes left, this could be the final chance of the game. Sprinting all the way down the pitch, it's Adama Traore who scores another goal and another important goal at that. Unbelievable result here from Barcelona. Our hopes are still alive. And with only 1 game remaining in the season, it all comes down to this. 2 points between us and Atletico Madrid. We need them to drop points. All we can do is win our last game and hope for the best. And as we take on the 13th place team in the league, who don't have a lot to play for this season, you definitely do favor our odds here. And Adama Traore sets up Menino for another goal. And we are still not done. Ezal Zuli in a crossing position. He has been a really important rotation player for us this season. Pedri finds another goal to cap our season off with a 2-0 win. And now with everything on the line, it's gonna come down to what happens elsewhere in the league. Unfortunately for us, it did not go our way. Atletico Madrid also won their final game of the season. 2 points separate us in the end, and that came back to bite us that we couldn't beat them in the head-to-head matchup. So we don't win the league, we don't win the cup, but the Europa League is still on the line. So going into this game against Liverpool, I'm gonna try something different than usual. Could come back to bite us, but I feel like I need to. 5 at the back. I'm not gonna get ripped apart by this Liverpool offense with the state our defense has been in this season. And I'm also going to bench Balotelli. Fati and Traore are just going to hit off the counterattack. We have a really strong midfield. We have 3 center backs with Menino as a wingback. And although it is risky, we try something different. Let's get to it. All right, this is the opportunity in a very experimental lineup here for Barcelona, specifically tailored to take on Liverpool. We know they like to press high up the pitch. We know they have a very strong offense, so we built our team around really just trying to play against them specifically, and it is not an easy start to the game. We're having a hard time getting the ball through midfield, but all it's going to take is 1 chance off of the counter. Honestly, so far so good from the defense. Couple of chances here from Liverpool coming in, but we remain strong and we keep seeing their chances away. Having that 3rd center back makes a big difference, and with Eric Garcia in the fold this time, we just hope that he can make an impression. With Hummels and Araujo being our starters, it's his chance next season to maybe start with Araujo leaving, but he hasn't been overly impressive. But here we go off of the counter. Fati with the strike to open the scoring. Unbelievable stuff from Barcelona here. We've barely had a sniff of goal, but this literally is our game plan to a T. Absorb the pressure, hit fast off of the counter, and have either Fati or Traore score, which so far has been done. So we have ourselves the goal. Now we just gotta hang on. Mane up against Gabriel Menino at right back. Liverpool dominating possession here. We'll be okay with that as long as they don't score, but definitely a couple of close chances here. This game definitely going to come down to the wire. Hummels ball over the top looking for Traore. It's a good one. Robertson gets there though. And although we have really fast players, Van Dijk, Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, definitely all difficult to get by in game here. We are struggling to create all that much. Ruben Neves not coming too far there. Sanchez with a really good save. And we creep up towards halftime here. The whistle blows. We can all let out a sigh of relief. We go into the second 45, a goal up. You can see here from the possession stats, it is not in our favor, 28% of the ball, but we knew that going in. Generally, we like to have possession, but if we want to win this game, we don't have the personnel to go toe-to-toe with Liverpool. Although, again, their backline really making it difficult for us to create chances. Fabinho sneaking himself in behind. It's Araujo closing down. Liverpool relentless, but so far we're still hanging on here. Ball into the box. Sanchez, unbelievable save. And again, off the follow-up, Sanchez saves again. where our new January goalkeeper signing has been incredible. This has been his game of the season so far. Insane saves time after time again, but with the ball falling to the feet of Konate, he cannot miss from that distance. Liverpool pull level once again, and although we held off for 55 minutes, this does not bode well for Barcelona, as with Liverpool level and the pressure on, we are definitely not favorites to go through in this game. But the game drags on here, 70 minutes in, ball over the top, and again, we just cannot get by Van Dijk. Adama Traore can usually outmuscle and outrun anyone that we come up against, but not their center back. So we're struggling to find any kind of eye on goal here. As the 90 minutes is up, we do hang on. It's still going according to our plan, but with extra time and then maybe even penalties still to play, this game could get very, very intense here at the end of it. Liverpool kickoff proceedings here in extra time. Another chance, another save. Sanchez is keeping us in this game. Pedri over the top for Kappa, who's come on to rest the very tired legs of Gabriel Menino. But Kappa, very poor cross off of a limited chance here for Barcelona. And as we come into the final stretches, one last chance comes to the hands of Sanchez. Build-up play for Balotelli. Pedri, we've got numbers, playing the ball through. Kappa once again, can he finish? It's deflected and out. Oh my gosh, we cannot get through this Liverpool backline despite our best efforts. But they couldn't get by ours either, so I think the tactics did pay off. We take it here to penalty kicks, and it is the penalty expert Mario Balotelli to step up first here in this penalty shootout. Top corner, and Alisson saves. Whew, this could be a very, very difficult night for us if we go out on penalties again, but Fabinho misses. And we are still level here. Ansu Fati finishes, not too bad from our young winger. And now Ruben Neves to step up. Can we save it? No, we're still level. This is going to be a very, very tense penalty shootout. Mats Hummels steps up as well, and he also scores. My heart can't take this, guys. Minamino then next up, and it's off the crossbar. We take a narrow lead. Could this be our chance here against Liverpool? Pedri missed in our last penalty shootout, and can he step up and make a difference this time out? Yes, it's a lovely finish and redemption there from the young Barcelona superstar, and Oxlade-Chamberlain steps up to take this penalty. We could put this game to bed, but he finishes, and now it all comes down to this final kick. Nico Gonzalez, not necessarily the best finisher in the squad, but he could make the difference and be the final kick to put this game to bed against Liverpool. Nico Gonzalez finishes! Unbelievable stuff! Barcelona have won the Europa League and done it in spectacular fashion. That came down to the wire, but my God, did those tactics pay off brilliantly. 1-1, that was a hard-fought win. And now Mats Hummels, who captained the side for this one, gets to lift the trophy first, alongside all the more mainstays, or longer-serving players in this team. We beat Milan, we beat Juventus, we beat Liverpool, and we definitely deserve this. We might not have been the strongest squad on paper in the competition, but we were the ones who won it in the end. So, all in all, not a bad end to the season. 8.5 million picked up here at the end of the Europa League campaign. Overall, we had a positive 384 million added to our debt. As you all remember, the goal is to pay this debt off. We are only 400 million away. And with that said, the team this season, Adama Traore, definitely deserves our Player of the Season award. 25 assists, 19 goals, and the most appearances. Unreal stuff from the winger. Sergi was up there in the running with 26 goals, but he's been out injured. Fingers crossed it doesn't affect him too much in the future. He'll be back midway through next season. Ansu Fati was great, Traore was great, Menino scored a ton of goals as well. We can't go without mentioning Pedri, 11 goals, 12 assists. And also, shout out Mario Balotelli, made an impact, 8 goals, 4 assists. Musonda also had a resurgence in his career, 7 goals, 5 assists. A lot of players this season made an impact, and as we go into Season 3, I would love to see all of you hop in the Discord if you haven't already. Links in the description, it's free. I'll be having plenty of votes on who to sign and things like that. Also, consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. You can stay up to date and get alerted when the next episode comes out. So I'll be back next week with Season 3. But until then, I'm Respect the Jeff, and I'll see you next time.